bad gal underscore Fifi. I love reading these names, right? Because they're almost always cringe.
One of my friends has a boyfriend who just acts right. He's just such a good guy, such a good boyfriend. And I think she trained him to be that way.
Okay, so as usual, I don't watch these videos. Let me take a wild guess. He's such a good guy. She trained him to be that way, but I don't think that she likes him that much. Let's see if it goes that way.
I know she trained him to be that way because I've been observing their relationship. And I observe a lot of other relationships where girls don't do this. She, from day one, has just had a no tolerance policy for bull. Him showing up late to their dates.
Okay, so this guy is just not super strong, right? The truth is, this girl tried her best to control this guy, and he just basically submitted to her. So this is actually worse. This is worse than I expected. I was really hoping there's going to be a fun twist, but this is just the worst case scenario.
Him not calling her when he says he's going to call her, not telling her things, keeping things back. No, that does not fly in her book. And when they were first getting to know each other and starting their relationship, she wasn't afraid of that driving him away or that scaring him.
Okay, congratulations. You got a submissive guy. Thousands and thousands of those out there. That's for you. Okay. Just don't cope to the world about how happy you are when you're cheating.
So be it. These are my standards. If you don't act right, if you don't meet them and you don't want to do that, fine.
Yeah,
You're not going to be my boyfriend. And now she has a perfect boyfriend and an awesome relationship. And he loves her to death and he's such a great guy. And truly is one of my favorite relationships to witness. So I have been taking notes. Don't be afraid to uphold the no bullshit tolerance policy.
Yeah. You and all the other women that initiate divorce such a overwhelming amount of the time. I always find it so funny when girls are out here destroying relationships, but then they're doing shit like this. Like, we all know that these aren't the ones that last long term. Like, we all deep down know. Now, maybe once in a while in the old days, a girl would have tolerated this. Actually, I think it was more common than you'd expect, where a girl would do this and tolerate. Today, they just don't. Okay. There is no more God in the picture. Okay. He's pretty much a second. He's a afterthought. So because you don't have this, or I mean, any form, by the way, it doesn't matter which form. It could be the Islamic version, the Christian version, the Jewish version, doesn't matter. Without any moral principles binding a girl to a set of rules, there really is no reason why she wouldn't just do all these things and then find a reason later to just ditch and find someone else. Okay. Before, if she did do these things, there was a little bit of shame for going and finding a new one. So they were a little bit like, So they kind of just sat there and were bored. But hey, the guy's good, food on the table, whatever. Could be worse, right? Now I will not settle. Okay. That is the thing now. I will never settle. The amount of girls that say this, I will never settle. There's actually so many of them to say, you know what, I'd rather even accept competition, other women before I'd settle. Like, I think most girls, if they're being honest, they'd rather that. It's kind of crazy to think considering how society wants us to think about this. But then when you go out there and experience the reality, you really do realize that girls just don't care. They want the best or nothing. And that's if they're being honest with themselves. There's a number of them that try to cope, right? They try super hard. Like this girl's friend, for example, if she's even telling the truth, which, for all we know, probably not. But, they do exist out there. They try to cope, but very quickly that falls apart. And we see it time and time again. So I don't know when people are going to start realizing this. I don't know when guys are going to start realizing that this whole beta game bullshit just doesn't work. You're always going to be secondary. Life isn't about you, it's about her, and that's it, right? You're a little doggy at that point. If we analyze the behavior, it's exactly what it is. You're allowed this, you can have this, you can't spend this, can't do that, right? Your whole life is dictated for you, and you just comply because, oh, but she's great to me, All right, if you want to play that game, you can. There's thousands of you out there. If you like this video, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm also posting extra reaction videos often on my Patreon. If you want to hear my honest and hardcore views that aren't allowed on YouTube, make sure to check the description below.